Today is April 30th, 2017, on a Sunday. We're here on Peterson Road, 36980 Peterson Road, AUBERRY, California. This property is approximately 3 acres. And it's at 4,054 feet elevation, just 37 miles east of Clovis, California, right off of Highway 168, and approximately 9 miles from Shaver Lake, south of Shaver Lake. This is the northern boundary of this property, and it has a wonderful year-round creek, which is really running this year because of all the waters we've had, rain waters here in California. It's a beautiful, unique piece of property, and you can reach me. I am the owner-seller. My name is Ron Ataide, and my office phone is 559-299-6457. My cell phone is 559-260-5697, and we're panning towards the south, and this is Peterson Road here, and my handyman is cutting grass. Looking up the trail, we have a little fire pit here right by the, and we're looking down on the creek, which has brook trout, and this is one of their favorite holes, and a 15-inch brook trout was caught out of there a few years back. The waterfalls are all running. Jittery here. There's a lot of flora and fauna and wildflowers out at this time of year. The price on this property is $125,000, and the owner, which is me, will accept a small down payment and monthly payments. So please give me a call at 559-260-5697. Property has a lot of big, huge granite boulders, and this one I've named Chief Stoneface, the Guardian of the North. A lot of water this year after a 7-year drought. And I have seen this creek, which is called Flint Rock Creek, or the official name is North Fork of Sycamore Creek. I've seen it with more water than this. Here's a trail leading up to the top of the hill where the, this is the first little deck that we made several years ago. There are no roads to the cabin. That is by design and for seclusion. It's just a little hike up the hill. Now we're looking down on Peterson Road, which is exactly 3 miles east of Old Toll House Road and the Mountain Rest Fire Station. And we're panning north across the deck. Had many camp fires here over the years. Now we're looking at the back side of south side of Chief Stoneface's head. And here's all of his family. That's his squaw Right there, squaw, racket jaw. And below that is the swimming hole. Looking down on the swimming hole, which has some nice brook trout in it. And we're looking east on up the raging Flint Rock Creek. And we're traveling up the northern boundary. The creek is the dividing line. The left of the creek is Mr. Jura, my neighbor. He has 17 acres. This originally was a 20, and on this side is 3 acres. We're heading up to the grotto through a little side trail. This is Chief Squint Eye, guardian of the Northeast and guardian of the grotto. In there is the grotto and the waterfall. And here's his buddy, Chief Rockface. There's the old bathtub. It kind of got washed out this year. And I had a gold sluice box right in here that kind of got wiped out because this is the mine company. In there is pretty little grotto. A lot of water this year. Now we're heading up the trail to the cabin. There's an old outhouse that we had years ago. I've had the property for 40 years. Here's our little cabin at 4,054 feet elevation. I call it my John Wayne cabin. Underneath the black plastic is a carved oak bear. I keep him covered up so he doesn't deteriorate. I spray him with linseed oil every year. This is our looking south. You wouldn't believe it, but for about 30 years this birdhouse that I made out of scrap wood was vacant. Up until the last few years, a little house wren and his bride have laid eggs in there. In fact, he's building his nest right now. It's our little patio sit-down area and watch the sunset. From this vantage point, we're looking kind of southwest down to Fresno and Clovis city lights. And Clovis is only by road 37 miles to the cabin. And this is looking down from the deck to our little powwow fire pit. And little stools to sit on. We're looking kind of northwest. That's the front of the cabin. This is the southern French door. And I'm panning east. And we're going to go up the trail in a minute. I want to show you the interior of the cabin first. This is going through the French door, which is the south side. And it's all insulated and has electric circuits and switches inside. And we have our little kitchen bar area. We have a sink, stainless steel sink, and the water is plumbed from the creek, and we get 12 pounds of pressure at the cabin here. We have a cute little wood stove. It's hard to see. This come from a parlor in 1800s in Georgia with a granite backing. It'll keep you warm in this little room. Nice and toasty. There's a Blue Canyon buck right there, which came from Blue Canyon. I'll show you that in a minute. Chief Sitting Bull. Here's all the presidents and all the chiefs. United States of America. Just looking north out of the kitchen window, we have a little counter here. We have a little 2-burner propane stove. And that's the time. We're looking east here out the kitchen window. And we're going in the bathroom door with a manzanita handle. We have a operational toilet, 2 windows, and a basin. We have plumbing for a shower and a tub right here, and there's a closet right here. We have propane lanterns. We also have electric. When I say electric, I mean solar electric. There's the switch. Now we're looking south, and Blue Canyon is right to your left there. Big deer in there. Here's how we look from the south side. There's the French door. There's our little chimney. Little counter there. We have shutters on each window. Keep the critters out. And now we're going to go up to the waterfall, up that trail. This is the east side, and that's our toilet vent. And we have a makeshift sewer. And I'm going to pan around to where it is. This is our eastern yard here. And the sewer tank is right over there. And we're on the east side of the cabin, looking west. And there's our bear. Now let's head up the hill to the waterfall. Once a year we clean the trails of the weeds. We have a lot of different trees here. This is a little family of manzanita. There's a huge oak tree right there. It's the last big one left. There's a little campsite up there too with a picnic table and a beautiful view of the city lights. Right here, we're in this space, is where I'd like to put my big cabin. There's a beautiful view of the city lights from this point, which would be where I'd put my deck of my new cabin. Good luck. Now that is a cedar tree. big old one. Well, I'm going to fall over. There's a little trail going to the right and back to the waterfall. I call this property my mini Yosemite. You can see why. Half of that waterfall would be yours. That would be the right half. And this property has riparian water rights, which is valuable. This year you get a double waterfall. You see that one way in the back? It's a very unique, beautiful, accessible piece of property. The taxes are currently $536. The property is paid for, and of course the taxes would go up because they never go down. We have a lot of big, huge granite boulders. This is the dividing line where the earth cracked and the water filled in. All your troubles fly away if you listen to this creek. It's kept me sane for 40 years. Looking west down the creek. This is the one I think they were talking about where you should have brought a paddle. This would be the northeast corner of the property, basically around that boulder somewhere. Who cares? You can contact me, Ron Ataide, at 559-299-6457, or my cell phone 559-260-5697. I'm asking $125,000 with a small down payment and monthly payments at a reasonable interest rate. It's all negotiable, and I will carry the paper, or you can pay me cash, whichever you like. Today is April the 30th, 2017, and have a happy Sunday. Bye.